I wrote a song about it. Like the hit go.
Come on now.
Hello. All right. We are back for another episode of Wrote a Song About It. Like the hit go. So today's episode is pretty interesting, I guess. It's something that led to a lot of other stuff, and for at least here in the Pacific Northwest, probably the thing I'm most known for out here. If you know me, it's not a surprise that I am a huge fan of science fiction and sci-fi based properties, you name it, mostly film and television, but books, comics, you name it. I just really enjoy science fiction. Mostly because I love the idea of a future where there's technology that you can't imagine, that there might be other worlds that you could visit and other beings on those worlds with different types of civilizations and ways of thinking and ways of doing things and different abilities based on their technology, things they can do that we could never dream of doing. So there's just a lot there that I've always really just found fascinating and fun. And it started when I was a kid. Like I used to sit around with my old dude, used to make popcorn. We used to sit and watch things like Star Wars together. Any sci-fi movies that were on, we would sit and watch together. And my dad would sit around and watch sci-fi stuff. So I got into it, and it just turned into my favorite genre of entertainment. And so, I've always had a love of technology. I really have always been interested in space flight, interstellar travel, alien species, like that kind of thing. I've never been one to be like, conspiracy theorist or anything. You're not going to see me at Area 51 hanging out by the fence wearing a little hat and like some little, I'm not that guy. But I do love science fiction. I love Star Wars. I had a period where I loved Star Trek. I've kind of fallen out of love with Star Trek, but not for any reason. They didn't do anything. It just became one of those things that I kind of moved on from. My favorite science fiction show of all time is Farscape. Really enjoyed The Expanse. I have a collection of sci-fi movies just from the 1980s up until today. Like I've always just loved science fiction. And so, to that point, one of the things that, I hadn't done through my musical journey is done anything sci-fi based. And so one day, and I don't think this was there was a thing that happened that kind of turned my direction musically, and I'll go into it later, but I kind of shifted from doing the kind of music that I thought might kind of, A, get me a record deal, or B, get me on the radio, or, that kind of getting into the music industry just to be in the industry. There came a point where I just stopped doing that. And I got frustrated with, A, a lack of success, and B, feeling like I wasn't really doing me. Like I wasn't really writing music that I loved, in a sense. Like I was making music the way that I wanted to make music. But when I look back on it, I feel like I was really just like making music because this is what I thought a certain level of skill was. This is what I thought was a certain, ability needed to get to a certain level of success. Like it wasn't based in, this is my core being of who I am. Like I was into hip hop, but my music making was just like, I want to be a successful musician. And so there came a point in time when I just crossed a point of no return and decided, you know what? I'm not doing this because I want to be on the radio. I'm not doing this because I want a record contract. Like, that would be amazing. And actually being like a full-time artist would be great. But I make music because I love music. I make music because I like to make what I want to hear. And it was less about me trying to be like a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like, I know that that's some people's goal, but my goal was to earn success as a musician because I love music, not because I wanted to be on, TV and on, and I wanted to be the person everybody's talking about. And I don't have that. So to that point, I sat down one day and put a track together and was just like, it was very slow. Cause I've always been, like I mentioned when we were doing the Azure Noir episode, down tempo, trip hop, and that kind of stuff has always been my love. So a lot of tracks I make kind of fall in that lane anyway, electronic, down tempo kind of stuff. So I'd done one of those types of tracks again, and started just putting together some lyrics. And what came to mind was, wait a minute, the thing that I've wanted to do most in life is travel to another planet and see another civilization or another world or different, you know what I mean? Like, the thing that I've always dreamt about is being able to leave Earth and go to another planet. And I started to write about that. And that ended up being the song that I'm going to do today. So that song is called Leave. And ultimately, that song is about my desire to travel the stars, like quite literally. It is about me wanting to leave Earth and travel to other places. The funny bit comes in is that every single time I would play this song for someone and they would hear the chorus that starts with, I want to leave this world, I meant that literally. Like, I want to get on a spaceship and leave this world and go to a different one. And every time without fail, someone would turn and look at me and go, is this about suicide? And I always found that question a little off-putting because A, that's a very serious subject and it's not something that I take lightly. And B, if you know me at all, if you know me in any way, shape, or form, like, suicide is not something that you're typically going to hear from me. That is not, I don't tend to venture into those areas of thought. And, if you're struggling with that kind of thing and you're having those kind of thoughts, please see someone professionally, see someone who's close to you, who can offer assistance or help or get you to the right people. But definitely reach out and get help if you're having those kinds of thoughts. But that's not me, and that's not where I was landing. So it kind of always took me aback to have people turn to me and ask me if the song was about suicide. So, and I'll probably put a trigger warning on this episode. So if you're this far, you probably saw the trigger warning, but I need to put that on there. But ultimately, no, I genuinely wanted to leave this planet and go to another planet. And this song was the embodiment of that concept. And it took me a while to wrestle with the concept that nobody was getting it. And so I say all that to say that at the end of this, it ultimately led to me doing additional sci-fi work. Now, if you've heard my stuff, you already know where I'm going. But for those of you who may not know, it ultimately led to me doing some other sci-fi stuff, which I will actually get into as we go through more episodes and I get into those tracks. But yeah, for the time being, I'm going to shut up and let you hear Leave.
wanna run and hide from the anger I have inside, but I can't get away, and I'm too stubborn to run anyway. Do you see what I work overtime to keep inside? Do you wanna know the truth about the places I wanna go? I wanna leave this world, I wanna go far away, to a place they won't believe where I came from yesterday. I wanna get moving, there's no use proving that what I mean seems different from what I say. Please don't follow me, it's not meant to be, there is no we. I'm on my way to a world where I would love to stay. The lights they flash, I never thought that I could move this fast. It's all so new, and I'm finally free from all of you. I wanna leave this world, I wanna go far away, to a place they won't believe where I came from yesterday. I wanna get moving, there's no use proving that what I mean seems different from what I say. I wanna leave this world, I wanna go far away, to a place they won't believe where I came from yesterday. I wanna get moving, there's no use proving that what I mean seems different from what I say. I wanna leave this world, I wanna go far away, to a place they won't believe where I came from yesterday. I wanna get moving, there's no use proving that what I mean seems different from what I say. I wanna leave this world, I wanna go far away, to a place they won't believe where I came from yesterday. I wanna get moving, there's no use proving that what I mean seems different from what I say. I wanna leave this world, I wanna go far away, to a place they won't believe where I came from yesterday. I wanna get moving, there's no use proving that what I mean seems different from what I say. I wanna leave this world.
Okay, that was Leave. My quite literal desire to leave Earth and go to another planet. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you can kind of see where I was going with that, and that it will lead to something else. But I got to a point where I decided that I wanted to make music about the things that I love the most. And once I decided to do that, science fiction was at the top of that list. And so that's where we end up with Leave. So yeah, there's a lot more to come in that realm. There's a whole lot more road to go down as far as science fiction and my music. But I wanted to start here because this song was ultimately the catalyst for me to roll into more sci-fi based music making and stuff along that line, those lines. So thank you again for taking some time out of your day to give me a listen. Please feel free to reach out. Let me know what you think about the show. Shoot me an email, leave a comment, what have you. And yeah, please feel free to share. And if you find it in your heart of hearts, please feel free to click through and subscribe to support the show. So thank you. Have a fantastic day. This has been, wrote a song about it, like to hear it, here it go. All right, I'll catch you guys next time.